everyone, it's Emily. Today's video is going to be something a little bit different. I wanted to talk about products, makeup products that I love, but for some reason I don't find myself reaching for them. I tend to forget about them. I rarely, if ever, use them. And I kind of wanted to talk about it because I have done, I believe, 3 different series of decluttering my makeup collection. I'm not someone that's trying to own only like one foundation, one concealer, one of each like that. And I've even done a project pan back in the day. So I have been wanting to like analyze a little bit my purchases, and I feel like my purchases are pretty much under control, but I wanted to also analyze why I'm keeping things, why I'm not keeping them, etc, etc. So I wanted to show you some of the products that I love, I've been keeping for years, but I rarely, if ever, use them for a few different reasons. So let's do this. So for some products, I understand the logic of me not using them. I'm not saying it's a good reasoning, but there's somewhat of logic behind it. And it's actually all of these products are not from the store, by the way. So this is the high-end edition of this video. But these products I don't tend to use because they were expensive, which, why do I do this to myself? Especially whenever a product is liquid or cream, they have a expiration date that isn't as long as something that is powder. Like a blush, you could use it for 10 years and you're gonna be fine. But foundation, after 2 years, 3 years, you're pushing it, especially if you live somewhere that's warm or humid. So these foundations I should use, but I rarely, if ever, do. And both of them are from Giorgio Armani, which I don't remember the exact pricing, which is probably a good reason. But I know it's over 60 bucks. Like, these are really, really expensive foundations. I have the Luminous Silk foundation and I have the Power Fabric one. And if I had to choose a favorite, I believe I prefer the Power Fabric, but I would need to use them all over again because my skin has been going through like changes. It used to be dry and it's been really oily, and now it's more combination with dehydrated like patches of dryness. So I'm pretty sure this one is my favorite. Color-wise is the best one, which you might look at it and you're like, girl, I'm pretty sure this one matches you better. But this one just looks much, much darker in the bottle. This foundation actually gives you really great coverage and applies really thinly all over the face. Struggling so hard. I just got over the flu and I feel like my throat is still struggling. So you can easily apply it thinly all over the face and gives you good coverage. So it's probably why color-wise in the bottle might be a little bit more difficult to figure out your shade. But I have the shade 5, which is my summer shade, which is why I haven't been using it during the winter. But I will be hopefully forcing myself to wear it during the summer because it's a beautiful foundation. It looks really skin-like but gives you a good amount of coverage. You could probably layer it to make it like fuller-ish coverage. It's a great foundation. It was really expensive. I should be using it, but I keep telling myself in my head like, oh no, it was expensive. You need to keep it for special occasions, which is silly. Like, at the end of the day, it would be way more worth it to use it up than having it going bad without using it up. It's just, I know this is something a lot of people do, so let me know if you are the same. But yes, I need to force myself to use this more. And I also did like the Luminous Silk. I know whenever my skin was like a little bit more dry, I definitely liked it. It's also something that looks more skin-like. But I feel like this is a little overhyped. Like, I liked it, but again, I will have to test it again with my different skin type right now. Maybe I will like it more, but it does last really well throughout the day, both of them. Kind of gives you a like liquid to powder finish, so it's not something you need to apply a ton of powder unless you have really oily skin. So yeah, I need to use them more because I've only used them like a dozen times each, which is just ridiculous. So first product, shame, Emily, shame. And the product in the same category, might as well, of it was so expensive that I tend to not use it, but really it should be the reason that I use it. This is the Natasha Denona Glow, all over glow face plus body shimmer in powder number 1 light. And it's just a gigantic highlighter. And it's really great. It's a very creamy, kind of a champagne color. It's beautiful. It's not overly metallic. It's not shimmery. Hopefully, the lighting is so difficult here. I'm still struggling with it. But this is really, really gorgeous. But actually, maybe I can apply a little bit more on top of what I have. Hopefully you can kind of see it. It's a beautiful highlighter. And it's huge, so I can go ham with it and never hit pan and apply it all over my body. But I spent way too much money on this and I've been feeling a little bad about it, and for some reason I keep just not using it, which is silly. Plus the color is perfect for me. I can use this all year round. Whenever I'm really light, it's still not overly dark, and whenever I'm tan, it's not too light. It's just perfect for my skin tone. I should be wearing this a ton, but I don't. So it's also something I'm going to be leaving on my desk or like somewhere visible and try to go crazy with it this summer and apply it, especially right now. It's that time of the year. Let me grab a brush. Like right now is actually the perfect time. I'm wearing like a off the shoulder top. So I'm going to be applying it with this Sephora Pro Feather Complexion number 90 brush. And I should actually like, that's what everyone does with the bright lights. It's perfect for it. Here we go. I can live the highlight life. Here we go. I should do this every single day that I wear something like this. Like, why am I not doing it? It's beautiful. It lasts really well. I like the finish. I feel like I got this whenever everything kept looking quite metallic and I was kind of sick of it. And it's not overly frosty. I just really, really like this highlighter. Why am I not wearing it? I don't know. Maybe because it was expensive. Maybe I just tend to forget about it. It ends now. The next product, I blame the packaging. I don't know about you, but I feel like sometimes some products I tend to use more because I really like the packaging. I think it's fun. Or if it's a little luxurious, it's fun to use in public. You're like, yes, look at me with my expensive lipstick. Or you're just like excited to share it with your friends, so you always have it with you. And this one, this is the Too Faced Chocolate Bonbon palette, which I'm not a pink girl. I know, you know, some girls love to wear pink, pink everything, and pinkiest I will go is like pink on my lips or on my nails. Like, I'm not a pink girl. I'm not a girly girl, says the girl that has a beauty channel. But still, I just never felt this girly, and this palette just screams girly girl, and I just tend to just not be attracted to it. The shadows, actually, the inside is also adorable. You get the little hearts for the colors, and the color range is beautiful. There are a few pink shades, but lots and lots of them are like neutral with like a dark green, and like, although the purple is not so great, but like there's only like 2 or 3 shades that are quite pink. The rest is neutral. I should be wearing this. And every time I actually use it and swatch it, the colors are great. Like, let me swatch a few. Like, they swatch beautifully. They're pigmented. They blend evenly. Like, they're really great neutral shades. Like, that look would be gorgeous. So, like, hopefully, them lighting. But, like, those are really beautiful colors. They blend nicely. They last all day. I have zero complaint with most of these shades, except maybe, like, these two. Like, the ones that are, like, matte or shimmery with some glitter. I feel like the formula always kind of sucks a little. But most of these are really, really great. But I just never reach for it. And I think it's because of the packaging. I'm not sure if it's actually the real reason, but whenever I see all the other palettes in my collection, I just tend to gravitate towards other ones, and after a few years, I'm assuming it's because of the packaging. Are you affected with packaging? Are you someone that will not buy something even if you like the quality just because the packaging is too kiddish for you, it looks too cheap? Or if you're someone that actually you need to buy the product if it has really nice packaging? I've definitely done that in the past. Let me know in the comment section how you react to packaging, but yes, I believe I'm not reaching for this, not because of the quality of the eyeshadows, but just because of the packaging. Is it a smart reason? No, but brains sometimes, right? The next one, I have not reached for it in a while. I barely use it, like a couple times a year, and I understand why, but at the same time, I wanted to share with you because I used to be crazy about this, and it is the MAC Studio Fix powder. I have the shade NW22, which is a newer one because I had used NC15 for a while because I had been matched to NC, and I'm definitely an NW person. But this is a powder foundation that actually gives you some coverage, so you could just use this alone if you are not going to be wearing any other foundation, or if you just don't like liquid foundation, or you can apply it on top of something else to give you a bit more coverage. And I used to swear by this, and I still think it's really great, way better than the mineralized skin finish that everyone raves about, and I just can't deal. Like, the skin finish really looks powdery on my skin. Whenever my skin was dry, whenever now it's not as dry, it's definitely more oily, and I still think it looks powdery, but not this. It's incredibly smooth and rich, and just, you know it's quality whenever you're swatching it. Like, it feels really nice. and it looks amazing on your skin. But I've been using transparent loose powder, which I used to hate. Do you used to do that too? I feel like I used to swear with any powders like this, and I hated anything that was loose powder. Everyone used to use those CoverGirl loose powders in high school, and I just couldn't stand it because of the perfume mostly. But I just used to hate them and just swear by this to give me a little bit more coverage. But now I feel like it's such a hassle to like make sure the powder you're using is going to be the same color as your skin tone at the moment. Loose powder will, like transparent loose powder will match me no matter what. It will not affect the color. So yeah, I have not reached for a powder compact in a really long time. I do it once in a while. I've been using quite a bit the Makeup Forever one because it's transparent, which actually, let me grab it, it's in my purse. This is the one that I've been using, the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Microfinishing powder, pressed powder. So this is what I've been using because once again, it's transparent. It's so easy to use. So for some reason, I've definitely replaced these powders with these ones. But it's not because I don't like it. It's a great powder. It just, I think I may have found something I like better. And I say this, and I'm sure in a while I'll start using these again. So the next product, I don't know if it's a mix of the price, the packaging, or how fragile the product is, but I don't use these nearly as much as I should, and I'm talking about the Becca blushes, and those are the mineral blushes. I have the color Flowerchild and Wild Honey. This one is Flowerchild. It kind of reminds me a lot of the, like, think NARS Orgasm type of blush. And then you have Wild Honey, which if we continue with the NARS thing, it kind of looks a little bit like Madly. And they're both beautiful blushes. They last all day. They're really creamy. Almost too creamy in the sense that, like, I feel like I will break them. Like, they just, one of them kind of got chipped just being in my drawer, so I can't travel with them. Really bad swatches, but hopefully you can kind of tell. But I feel like you can see the color really well in the packaging. And I have nothing against the product per se, except for the fact that I can't travel with them. Way too fragile. Same thing with their highlighters. But I was never crazy about the packaging. I feel like they're looking a little bit like flying saucers or like shields. Are you a fan of the packaging? I feel like I've never heard anyone say, oh, the packaging is amazing. Anyway, for some reason, I don't reach for those. And I don't know if it's because I can't see the color of the product. I feel like I reach way more for my like MAC blushes because I can see them through the transparent top. Actually, yeah, I'm realizing a lot of the blushes I've been using, like the LA Girls, also are transparent. So maybe that's my thing. Maybe I need blushes that I can see the color of. But yes, they are my main makeup drawer. They rarely go out. I will use them once in a while because I'm like, oh, I haven't used you in so long and you're good, but I don't reach for them. And it's not because they're not good, it's just I keep forgetting about them. The next products are 3 different bronzers, which I keep thinking going back and forth between decluttering them or not, because I like having them because it's a full collection in my drawer. And the few times that I do use them, I like them, but I don't use them nearly enough to justify keeping them. But like, I don't have that many that are similar. The struggle is real. The Too Faced bronzers. I swear by the chocolate bronzer, especially the milk chocolate bronzer. It's something that works really well all year round for me. I love them. They're really great matte non-orange bronzers. And they have a few other ones, which I'm not sure how familiar people are because these ones are more shimmery. But this is kind of what this one looks like. This is Snow Bunny. It's definitely more like glowy, highlighter-y bronzers, especially that one. This one is a blushing bronzer, they call it, and it's pink Leopard, but honestly it's more highlighter than anything. And then you have Beach Bunny. So Beach Bunny is definitely like that classic bronzy, glowy bronzer. Thing is, pink Leopard is like kind of a grayish almost highlighter, so I have to be quite tan to be able to pull this off. Otherwise, on its own, it's a great eyeshadow color, but not so much bronzer on me. And then last but not least, the Snow Bunny one is kind of a golden shimmery bronzer. I just don't reach for these. And again, it's not that they're bad products. I feel like because they have multiple colors, I tend to forget what they look like on my cheeks, so I tend to just not take the risk of like ruining my makeup. But after swatching them, I'm definitely putting it in my head that in my next decluttering, I cannot keep all of them, that's for sure. So you know what, doing this video is helpful for me. The last one I'm going to be mentioning, let me know in the comment section by the way if you want me to do more videos like this, because clearly it's been helping me here. I'm realizing that I don't tend to use cream products that are in this shape. I love stick highlighters, but I'm realizing that the ones that are in pans like this and blushes that are in pans, I don't tend to use a lot. The good news is that I believe I got rid of most, if not all, of my cream blushes that were in pan form because I don't reach for them nearly enough. If I found like that one perfect color, I might get it, but it would just be one, not like 10. It's just not something I reach for enough to justify having them, especially considering that they don't last that long. But it's the same thing for highlighters. I love the stick ones, I use them a ton, but these ones from MAC I've had for longer. This one is the cream color base and the color shell, and it's a gorgeous highlighter, but it's a kind of a dry formula, and as much as I think it looks beautiful, I just don't reach for it nearly enough. And now that I compare it to other ones that I have, I feel like this one has quite a few like particle of glitters, and I do use it on my eyes, which I feel like works better than on my cheeks, so it's kind of the reason I've been keeping it. But I would definitely not buy more of these. It's not a bad product, but I tend to forget that I own it because there's so many other ones that I tend to gravitate towards more, and I feel like they're easier to use compared to ones in pots and pans. And you know what? I haven't used it in so long that I forgot how much glitter there was in it. Maybe that's why I've been not reaching for it. That's gonna be it for today's video. Let me know in the comment section what products you own that you tend to forget they exist, or you have found something better. Why do you not reach for them? Are you finding reasons for it? Is it because they were expensive or the packaging is not for you, or what? Please let me know. We can discuss this in the comment section. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe to not miss any future videos. I will be putting on the screen other videos that I've done that I recommend you check out, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.